with the city that transcends time, Damascus. More than 11,000 years of history, the oldest inhabited capital on Earth and the oldest and most established in civilization, was and still is thriving before the birth of Baghdad, Cairo, Paris, and London, and before the pyramids were built and the Sphinx was carved in stone. It is the place where history meets the present and art meets civilization. A capital for many empires, from the Arameans to the Romans, to become later one of the greatest capitals in the world after the Islamic conquest. Old Damascus, one of the UNESCO World Heritage Sites, is surrounded by walls pierced by 8 gates. These ancient fortifications each tell its own story about trade, conquest, and cultural exchange. At the heart of Damascus, the minarets of the Umayyad Mosque embrace the sky, a site that has been a place of worship since the founding of the first city. The mosque was built in the early 8th century AD and remained an architectural and religious monument that witnessed centuries of history, where knowledge flourished and the city embraced Islamic values and civilization from the Umayyad state through the ages that followed, enriching the city with knowledge, history, and making it one of the beacons of civilization, telling generations about the greatness of their ancestors. The traditional neighborhoods of the city, a network of narrow streets or alleys, along which are distributed the traditional Damascene houses, with their distinctive designs with inner courtyards, an architectural style that has been mastered over the centuries. As an environmental architecture that carries the thought, culture, and skill of the Damascene builder. Inside the covered bazaars in Damascus, especially the Hamidiyya market, with its vaulted ceilings through which light streams, you can live an atmosphere that has not changed for centuries. Life returns to the past, where the authentic Damascene atmosphere, every alley, every street, every house, the handicrafts, and the urban fabric that tells stories thousands of years old. The monuments and historical landmarks and houses of knowledge everywhere reflect the love and loyalty of the sons of this vibrant city, and their attachment to their principles and sciences for which they lived and died. The distinctive architectural details of Damascus, the towering stone gates, the intricate wooden mashrabiyah, and the flowing Arabic calligraphy that adorns the buildings and documents their identity. These features reflect not only aesthetic choices, but also cultural values and practical solutions for urban life. And if you climb Mount Qasyun, you can see the city from above, feeling the wonder of the meeting of the old and the new in every corner of this land, and sensing the loyalty of the people of this sacred land to it, and their aspiration for a future worthy of the grandeur of their city and the goodness of its people. Damascus today is not just a historical city, it is the city that challenges time to develop and grow despite all the difficulties. It has always been at the heart of conflict and change, but it remains faithful every time. A living city that radiates hope and aspiration for the future, where new generations live in the heart of this great civilization to continue the path of dignity and civilization. It is a city that is unmatched by any city in the world. Its pulse does not stop, and its history is alive in every corner. It is the city that does not forget, and is not forgotten. Damascus will remain a living museum that breathes history from every arch, where the aesthetic values of countless civilizations are mixed in a unique and permanent urban fabric. This is Damascus, not only the capital of Syria, but the human heritage, which stands as a witness to man's journey through time.